What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about Frost and my Frost Prime build. Before we get into that real quick, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. I really do appreciate it. And if you're new here or haven't already, subscribe for more. To start off, we're going to talk about his passive. If an enemy melees Frost, that enemy has a 10% chance to be frozen for 20 seconds, which by itself is honestly not the greatest. However, you can actually give Frost an augment mod for his passive, which we will be using on the build today. The augment mod is called Biting Frost, and when you have this augment mod on, Frost gains 200% critical chance and 200% critical damage against frozen enemies. I didn't even know this augment existed until recently, and yeah, it's definitely pretty clutch, and I definitely recommend this for any Frost players out there. On to his first ability, Freeze. This ability launches an icy projectile in whatever direction you're looking, and if it hits an enemy, it will freeze them in place, dealing cold damage, as well as inflicting 600% cold status. We will also be using the augment mod for this ability. The augment mod is called Freeze Force. This mod will grant you an extra percentage of cold damage whenever you hold the ability down, and this damage bonus is for all your attacks, and this mod definitely helps Frost do a little bit of extra damage with his weapons overall. On to the next ability. I actually went ahead and replaced his second ability, Ice Wave, with Sephiroth's helmet ability, Gloom. Gloom is really nice for slowing enemies down, and if you damage any enemy in the aura with your weapons, you get lifesteal. So it's just an even better way to stay alive, and in missions where you're facing a lot of enemies that can't really be frozen, having Gloom is really nice so you can guaranteed slow them down, and if your health is taking a lot of damage, you can just make sure Gloom is active and damage any enemy, and it will give you lifesteal. On to his third ability, Snow Globe. This ability is really cool. Using this ability creates a defensive bubble of ice that has its own base health and gains additional health equal to 500% of your Frost's base armor. And on top of that, whenever you use this ability, it is invulnerable for the first 4 seconds, and any damage that it takes within this 4-second period of invulnerability gets converted into health that is then added to the bubble's overall health. You can have a total of 4 different bubbles up at one time, or you can use this ability over and over again in the same bubble, which is definitely the preferred option, as the snow globes can reach a maximum combined health of 1 million. It's pretty crazy. Really good for defense missions and staying alive overall, especially during the first 4 seconds when you use this ability, because you know it's invulnerable. And finally, we are on to the last ability, which is Avalanche. This is probably the most iconic ability on Frost, and it's honestly probably his best ability. With this ability, Frost summons an avalanche, damaging enemies around him and inflicting a 600% cold status chance, which is then followed by rapidly expanding ice pulses that expand over an area, freezing enemies in place and permanently removing their armor. And with the right amount of ability strength, you can permanently remove all of their armor. And enemies that die from this ability shatter violently, and their frozen, shattered body parts do cold damage to any enemies in range. This ability by itself is amazing. However, when you pair it with the augment mod, it becomes a different beast. With this augment mod on, you will be getting OVERGUARD every time you hit an enemy with the Avalanche ability. And any allies that are standing within the range of Avalanche can also get OVERGUARD as well. And the cool part about this is that the maximum cap of OVERGUARD scales with your ability strength. So depending on the amount of ability strength you have on your Frost will depend on the maximum amount of OVERGUARD you can get overall. And my personal cap is somewhere around 46,000. I'll be making a separate video talking about OVERGUARD by itself, but for those who don't know, in a nutshell, OVERGUARD is a special health buff that grants immunity to status effects and knockdown. And the fact that Frost can give himself OVERGUARD on top of all his other defensive properties just makes him an even more badass and fun Warframe. Let's go ahead and go over the setup. There's no synergy between my weapons and Frost. I'm just bringing weapons that I know can get the job done. But anytime I rock Frost, you already know I gotta bring the legendary pet Rufus. Look at him, man. He's so cute. He's got the armor and everything matching. You already know. We're just vibing. And on top of that, with the right mods, he can give you energy. Just wanted to get all that out the way real quick before we go ahead and talk about the Frost setup. Here is the setup I'm rocking for my Frost. As you can see, we got 3 augments, 3 umbral mods, got transient fortitude for an increase in ability strength, as well as a Mars hatred for extra ability strength and a little bit of armor. As far as my arcanes go, I got a rank 5 Maul augmented so I can increase my ability strength, which does affect the damage buff I get with Freeze Force, and the maximum OVERGUARD cap with Icy Avalanche. And my other arcane is a rank 5 arcane energized. I farmed this up during Operation Gargoyle's Cry, and it is definitely one of the best arcanes in the game, and definitely the best arcane in the game for energy energy recovery. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of this build down below. Before this video ends, real quick, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support. I know I say it a lot, but man, I really do appreciate it. And if you enjoy videos like these, subscribe for more. And yeah, guys, it's going to be it from me. With that being said, thanks for watching.